Hi everyone, it's me MCG here and welcome to my birthday Q&A of 2022. As usual, I would like to say thank you so much to everybody who left me questions and also early birthday messages. So without further ado, let's get started with this Q&A. Question 1. Could you do a reaction video to the Mixzero 6's Star Versus ending? If you've already seen it, what are your honest thoughts of it? I remember seeing that person's video of their alternate version of the Star Versus ending about a few months after Star Versus has ended, but I decided to rewatch it, so unfortunately there's not going to be a reaction video. I apologise because I do remember seeing it and it wouldn't be a bum reaction otherwise. And I still think the video was really good. I like the interpretation of how the ending could have gone and everything. I wouldn't say it's better. Maybe subjectively it is, because it is more interesting, I'm not gonna lie, but I do like the original ending. I'm one of those people that actually kind of did like the original ending, despite my feelings kind of changed since the finale has aired. But I still think it was a really good interpretation of what could have happened, and I did like the alternate take of what happened to the characters and everything. And also, spoiler, I did like seeing the characters older. And yeah, if you want to see the video, go check it out. It's in the link in the description. I don't really want to spoil anymore, even though it is a fan interpretation or alternate ending. But I did like it. It was really interesting. Question 2. If you could visit a world from your favourite TV shows, real or animated, which ones would you go to and why? There are a bunch of worlds I would love to visit. I guess we start with the Star Versus world. I know there's like Earthny now in terms of post season 4. But I would love to go visit like Muni in general, or like visit other dimensions that the show has. That would be pretty cool. Also, I'd love to visit Xadia from the Dragon Prince. That world looks pretty damn great. Also, there are other shows as well, like SpongeBob and Pokemon and all these other shows as well. Steven Universe. I would love to go visit Beach City and all the other worlds as well, like maybe Homeworld. I don't know. Just all these different cartoon worlds are so fascinating to look at, and I love the world building when it comes to these worlds. And yeah, all those worlds would be lovely to visit, and also pretty scary. It really depends which characters you meet. Question 3. If you can go to another cartoon world, where would you go? Amphibia, Newtopia / Wartwood, or the Owl House, Boiling Owls? I would love to go to both of those worlds, to be honest with you. There is so much to unpack with both of these worlds. For example, you got Amphibia with Wartwood and Newtopia. Like, I would love to go to Newtopia just to see all the stuff they have compared to Wartwood, even though Wartwood is a friendly little town and I love Wartwood, but Newtopia just seems so grand. But I wouldn't want to meet King Andreas because no. Nope. For the Boiling Owls though, there's so much danger. Like, I of course need a lot of like armor or protection or something, because there's a lot of creatures there that can be very dangerous. But the world looks pretty good too, and I would love to go meet all the characters there as well. So yeah, I would love to go to both worlds. They seem pretty damn cool. Question 4. What is your top 5 favourite episodes from Amphibia? Unfortunately, at the moment, I don't have a top 5 favourite episodes list, but I do have a top 3 at the moment. Probably by the end of the series, I will have a top 5. But for now, these episodes on the screen right now are my favourites in terms of the series so far, at the time this Q&A is coming out. So, yeah, those are my top 3 favourite episodes. Question 5. Do you have any theories for Season 3 Part B of Amphibia? I do have theories and predictions of what I think is going to happen for the rest of Season 3 Part B, but they're all very messy, so I'm only going to share this one major theory I have, is that to get home, all 3 girls, Sasha, Marcy, and Anne, have to use their calamity powers to power the music box and send them all back home. So yeah, all of them will team up and defeat Andreas when Marcy breaks out of like a mind control possession. And yeah, they'll beat Andreas and they'll be able to get home with the power of their friendship / calamity powers. Question 6. In Season 2, Episode 13 of Amphibia, After the Rain, did you spot anything from the monsoon? Like Anne's other shoe? For some reason I couldn't find Anne's other shoe, but I did find Zipper's hat in the rummage. Question 7. We always see the Amphibia gem colours in almost every episode of Season 3. Do you think the gems from the Calamity Box are going to play a huge part in the finale? Also, do you think Marcy will be saved before it's too late? The gems from the Calamity Box will definitely play a huge part in terms of Sasha, Anne and Marcy's sort of powers in terms of getting back home, as well as maybe defeating Andreas. I feel like that's going to happen. As I said in the season 3 part B theories, I feel like the girls will use their powers to defeat Andreas and also get back home with the power of their friendship and their powers and everything else. And also, yes, I feel like Marcy will be saved before it's too late. I mean, if they don't save her, that would be terrifying and that would be really risky. But dang, that would be insane if they couldn't save her in time. I don't know how I would handle that because Marcy is one of my favorite characters, so I don't know. But I'm hoping that Anne and Sasha and the rest of their friends will help to save Marcy before it's too late. Question 8. What's your theories for Season 2 Part B of The Owl House? Just like for Season 3 Part B of Amphibia, my theories, I do have a lot of theories and predictions about what's going to happen in Season 2 Part B, but they're very messy. One theory did get confirmed though. One major theory got confirmed. If you know, you know. I'm not going to spoil it for you in this Q&A. But yeah, a major theory got confirmed and I feel very, very satisfied with that. Question 9. If you can choose your own talisman, what animal would you choose and what spell would you cast first? For the talisman I would choose a lion, and for the spell I would cast first, it would be fire. Question 10. After the recent Owl House episode, at the time of this recording, which is Season 2 Part B Episode 11, about Rain forgetting about Ida and the events that happened, which do you think hurts the most? This episode or Star vs. the Forces of Evil Season 4 Episode 9 Curse of the Blood Moon, when Star and Marco forgot about the Blood Moon? In my opinion, I feel like Rain forgetting about Ida and the other events that happened broke me more than Star and Marco forgetting the Blood Moon, simply because they made such good progression, Ida and Rain, in terms of their relationship before everything was wiped from Rain. So it really hurt to see Ida's face as well when she come to that realization that Rain forgotten about what they went through, and it really broke me. With Star and Marco though, that episode where they forgot the Blood Moon broke me in the worst way possible, and it wasn't necessarily all good. So in terms of that, Ida and Rain broke me more in a good way than Star and Marco did when it comes to the Blood Moon stuff. Even though Star and Marco did not forget their feelings or got rid of their feelings at all, because it was mostly deep down and the Blood Moon had nothing to do with it. It only enhanced their feelings. So it was a good outcome for them. Hopefully there'll be a good outcome for Ida and Rain as well. And hopefully Rain will remember all the events that happened, as well as Ida. Question 11. What was your favourite song from the Ghost and Molly McGee Season 1 so far? My favourite song has to be the theme song. I know it might be kind of cheating to say this because the theme song plays in every episode, but I love the theme song so much. But I think an honourable mention has to go to My Best Friends by Misfar. I don't know, I like that song. It was pretty good. Question 12. Do you think Andrea from the Ghost and Molly McGee will change her ways? I think so? Question mark. Question 13. What do you think about the scheduling for Amphibia and the Owl House? Anything would you personally change, or are you a fan of it? I don't mind it personally, but it kind of reminded me of when Steven Universe and Gravity Falls was airing around the same time. I think it only happened once or twice, but that freaked me out as a kid. So it kind of reminds me of that. But luckily, these episodes are only airing like one episode a week, and it's not like a bomb of episodes like Star Versus and Steven Universe had when they were airing. So I'm just glad it's only the one episode a week thing. But other than that, I don't mind it personally. I'm not saying I'm a fan of it or not. I just don't mind the scheduling. It's just that both shows are going to kill us all with the feels every week. So, you know, it really depends who you are. Question 14. What kind of music do you associate with different characters from Amphibia / the Owl House, or just the shows in general? Unfortunately, off the top of my head, I don't really have any music I associate specifically with the Owl House or Amphibia. Maybe Our House by Madness. I think that's what the band is called for the Owl House, like for the whole show, or mostly about season 1. But other than that, I don't have any specific songs that I associate with either the Owl House or Amphibia or any of the characters. Question 15. From both Amphibia and Owl House episodes, have you noticed several characters saying bye? I was thinking Star Butterfly from Star Versus started it all. I did notice that a little bit, especially since Hunter said it at the beginning of season 2. But yeah, I think it's just a coincidence really that a lot more characters are saying bye like that. Or maybe Star did start the trend. I'm not really sure if she was the first character to ever said it like that on Disney, in terms of like Disney TV. But yeah, I've been noticing it more and more, but I don't know, maybe it's just a coincidence. Question 16. Do you have any headcanons for any of the Owl House characters or Amphibia characters? Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know which one I want to pick out of those. I don't have any headcanons or any specific headcanons for either shows. If I did have any headcanons, they would have come and went, because I cannot think of any on the top of my head. But yeah, I don't really have any headcanons at all. I'm just enjoying the show as the show is. There's nothing wrong with headcanons, I just don't have any headcanons for any of the characters or the worlds of these two shows, because I just like enjoying the show as it is and learning new information as it comes. Question 17. Do you have any AU ideas or any AUs you practically like? I don't know if you're specifically talking about Amphibia and Owl House AUs, because if you are, I guess the ones that interest me the most is the swap type of AUs. So for example, like Frog Ann and Human Sprig, and Human Amity and Witch Loose, for example. I like the swapping of the personalities and the different positions that some characters have. Like, I like those AUs. Also like the dark turns as well, like the dark AUs, like what if this happened, so maybe what if AUs. I don't know, there's a lot of type of AUs that I like when it comes to TV and movies and all different types of media. Question 18. Do you have any fan art pieces for the Owl House or Amphibia that you particularly like? There is so much pieces of fan art that I've liked with both Amphibia and the Owl House, but the problem is there's so many that I can't really pick out any specific fan art pieces or any artists that really stand out to me, because there's so much good and so much like fan art pieces that I really like, and unfortunately I can't remember the names of the artists either, so I apologize. But there is a lot of fan art pieces out there that I really like, in terms of maybe Marcy fan art, or Lumity fan art, or like Ida fan art, Rain fan art. Like, there's so many pieces of fan art due to like different characters and relationships, or duos, or trios, or there's a lot, but I can't really point out any specific pieces of fan art that I really truly like, because I haven't saved them, or I haven't I don't know. There's so many pieces of good fan art in these fandoms. What kind of music do you listen to? I listen to a lot of different types of music since my music taste shifts around a lot. So for example, I'm currently listening to some dubstep pieces, some pop, some R&B, hip hop. There's a lot of other ones as well. But yeah, my music taste just shifts around all the time, so I listen to quite a bit of different types of music. We're now on to the last question, which is question 20. What is your favourite song that you like the most from My Little Pony and New Generation? For me, Gotta Be My Day is a bop, and I love that song so much, so that song is my favourite. But Fit Right In is a close second. And with that, that is the end of my birthday Q&A for 2022. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you again for everybody who left me questions and early birthday messages. Thank you guys so much. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go back into the void, so I'll see you guys later. Bye guys! Bye!